Purchasing lenses can send you down a rabbit hole of research and debt, which is why in today's video, I want to talk about the only 3 lenses I think you'll ever need: a wide-angle zoom lens, a standard zoom lens, and a telephoto zoom lens. These 3 lenses, I believe, cover the entire focal range that I think most people who are looking to get into photography and do videography will ever need for most personal and professional work. To provide some context to justify such a bold statement, I currently run a photography and videography business, meaning I do quite a bit of shooting on a daily basis. I've also been trying to put more effort into shooting more YouTube content such as this, so I think it's safe to say I might know a thing or two about photo and video production. My 3 lenses that I constantly use for everything are the Tamron 17-28 f2.8, the 28-75mm f2.8, and a Sony G Master 70-200mm. And for full transparency, neither Sony or Tamron sent me any of this gear, nor are they sponsoring me in any shape, way, or form. I purchased all of this equipment with my own money, so all of my thoughts and opinions are clearly based on my own years of usage with them and all of my experience with it. So what I said earlier, the reason I bought all 3 of these lenses in the first place were because they covered the entire focal range of what I will ever need for most of my work. I also wanted to ensure that they had a low aperture to account for low light situations and for shoots where I just wanted to get a nice little bit of bokeh into the mix. When I first started, my only lenses were the Sony 50mm f1.8 and a 28mm f2.8. These lenses got me through most of my first shoots, and I was able to pay off quite a few of my bills, but it was such a difficult experience changing between prime lenses in the middle of a shoot. Changing lenses in the middle of a shoot is very stressful because you're wasting a lot of time and you are potentially missing precious moments. From a financial standpoint, prime lenses can be a bit cheaper, sure, but take it from someone who's been doing this for a while. You're going to end up regretting not buying a zoom lens in the first place, making another purchase, and then sending your wallet down a deeper rabbit hole of debt. Trust me. That was me. That's not to say that prime lenses aren't useful, because they do encourage you to learn how to shoot with limitations. They also help you discover what type of shooter you want to be and what kind of shooting you want to specialize in, whether it's for social media, whether you want to be a portrait shooter, a vlogger, product photographer, videographer, etc., whatever it is. For me, zoom lenses are great because of the sheer convenience, because you can quickly adjust the zoom ring and not have to worry about swapping out lenses in run and gun situations. It's also great for situations where you don't have a lot of room to move and you really need to go out wider, or in a situation where you have too much space between you and the subject and you need to zoom in closer. The long-term investment for me for zoom lenses are also much more beneficial, because if you plan on purchasing more prime lenses down the road when you get better at your craft or you've hit your limitation with your current lenses, they will start adding up if you purchase more prime lenses. For example, my main lens is the Tamron 28-75mm that I'm shooting this video on. If I were to get the focal ranges that I use constantly, I'd need to purchase a 28mm, a 35mm, a 50, and a 75 lens just to cover all the grounds. By having this entire range under one lens, it saves me time, money, and accomplishes the job, not to mention saves a little space in my backpack. Plus, if you decide down the road that you want to change your photo or video career or narrow down the type of work that you offer, your zoom lenses will still be useful because of everything that I mentioned prior. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you so much. You could have clicked on any other video and somehow you ended up on mine, and I know that what I'm saying here is going to be a bit controversial, because there are people out there who will argue that prime lenses are the way to go because it forces limitations, and prime lenses tend to have a bit more characteristic to them, and to that I say sure, but it also depends on what type of prime lenses you're buying. If you're looking for unique characteristics from your prime lenses, do remember that we are now in a day and age where most cameras are mirrorless. Most of the time you can replicate a lot of these creative looks that you seek for using different LUTs, different picture profiles, and just different editing techniques that you can do in post-production. For those of you who are just getting into photography and videography and you're still kind of learning the roots and you're still just getting started, I recommend just starting off with a standard zoom lens like the 28-75, because it's going to future-proof you down the road. If you want to encourage limitations, then literally just zoom to the range that you want to to shoot at, and just don't change your zoom range. It's not that difficult. With that being said, I do hope you guys found this video helpful, and I do hope you found it beneficial in any shape, way, or form. If you did, please do like and subscribe, as it does help me grow out this channel, and it does help me keep the lights running so I can continue to make more content like this. If you currently own some zoom lenses, let me know what you're currently shooting with, because I am a Tamron shooter at heart, and I think Tamron makes the best zoom lenses. If you're adamant on shooting only prime lenses, let me know why in the comments down below, and let's have a nice little debate or a nice conversation about it. Again, I can't stress enough how much I appreciate that you guys have watched it this far, and again, I really hope that you found this information useful and beneficial in any shape, way, or form. This has been your boy Fong over here, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.